my eye yesterday, and I didn't want to let it fall to the wayside. I definitely wanted to talk about it, and you've probably seen some of the major news outlets like WAFB, like The Advocate, BRZ, pick up on a story about a bribery scandal going on in Ascension Parish. Well, before those outlets had it, I saw the story on PelicanPostOnline.com. And I wanted to get the guy who wrote the story there, Wade Petite, to talk to me about his story. Wade, good afternoon.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
to Talk 107.3 FM. How are you, man?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
No, glad to have you on, although I would prefer it to be under less auspicious circumstances. All right, the headline reads, President Kitty Matassa bribes Gonzales City Council candidate.
That's the headline. That's correct.
Okay, tell me what went on. What's going on with the story?
In the beginning, I guess, I received a call last Monday afternoon, a week ago yesterday, from a Wayne Lawson who's running for a city council seat here in the city of Gonzales. And I've known Wayne for a while, a little bit more than casual acquaintances, but I'll say we're friendly and been friends for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me where I was at, if I was home, and I told him, yeah, he said he was on his way. So I said, okay. And when he got here, Mr. Lawson was obviously, something was bothering. Something was weighing heavy on his mind. And I asked him what was up. He told me that he received a message from the clique, is what Mr. Lawson called it. And the message was that they were going to get him out of this council race one way or another. What he meant by that was they were either going to try to give him an inducement to get out,
Okay.
or I think Mr. Lawson, my words, not his, thought he received some threats, veiled threats. And he asked me if I would listen in when he called a gentleman named Owen Berthelot had been sending several texts that day and a couple of phone calls that Mr. Lawson did not answer. And he asked me if I would listen as when he called Mr. Berthelot back, and I agreed to do that. And when he called Mr. Berthelot said, and I'm paraphrasing, that if Wayne dropped out of the race, he would be taken care of. We're going to take care of it. Save Gonzales is going to take care of it. Now, Save Gonzales was a group started in 2014 of citizens of Gonzales who would pursue the successful recall of two councils. And for all I knew, it had disbanded. And when Mr. Lawson asked, well, how's this going to work? Berthelot asked Lawson if he would meet him at Bayou Financial Services, which is Berthelot's office, at 8 o'clock Wednesday morning. And Lawson agreed. And then I had some other matters to attend to. And a couple hours later, I called Wayne and asked if he'd like to get back together or something we need to talk about. And I asked Wayne Lawson, what is your plan? I mean, what is your intention here, Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, I'm running for Division E City Council of Gonzales. I said, okay, well, what do you need from me? What are you asking of me? And he said, he was a little standoffish, and I asked him point blank, I said, are you willing to record this conversation, whatever conversations go on Wednesday? And he agreed.
Wow.
And he also said that was kind of his intention all along.
Okay.
And he said, because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? I said, what are you talking about, Wayne? And he said, I just feel like I have to expose the corruption that has been going on in Ascension Parish for as long as any of us can remember. I said, well, why'd you come to me? And he told me that myself and my wife were the only two people in the city of Gonzales that he knew that he could trust. So, well, okay, well, I'm going to try to do the best I can for you. And I believe there's no secret around Ascension Parish that I have been very critical of our parish president, Kenny Matassa. I believe with good reason.
Okay.
Maybe that had something to do with why Lawson chose to come to me. But I agreed to help him. And at that meeting, the way Berthelot explained it, it was only going to be three people. Berthelot, Mr. Lawson, and the man himself, Parish President Kenny Matassa.
Okay.
So we set up we didn't have a lot of time. So in 30 hours, we had to put together like a citizen sting sting operation. So I was in the parking lot of Bayou Financial when Mr. Lawson entered. President Matassa had not yet arrived. Mr. Lawson we provided a recording device that was made operational on his drive before he drove to Bayou Financial. And you can hear it all. It's all on my site.
Right, which, I was about to plug that. As the full audio is available on your website, which is pelicanpostonline.com. It's the main story. It's the headline story. So, all right, sorry to interrupt. Get back to it. If anybody wants to hear the audio, that's where they can find it. In fact, I'll go ahead and post the link in our activity stream right now.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's a story that needs to be told, I believe. And I'm glad Mr. Lawson had the courage to want to expose it. I know I've been wanting to expose it for a long time myself. And I couldn't have done it without Lawson.
All right, so getting back into it, Lawson meets with these guys. He's wired for audio recording.
That's correct.
And what transpires from there?
Well, I ended up having 41 minutes of audio. That's how, and a lot of it is they're talking over, a lot of pleasantries being exchanged, a lot of greetings. And Wayne himself, he kind of drove the conversation by asking, a question like, what do y'all have in mind? What do I need to do? And it is very clear that President Matassa offered Mr. Lawson the job. In fact, he called his guy, President Matassa's guy, a gentleman known as Boxcar Bro, Alan Bro. He's a supervisor with Petite Parish. And Matassa is on the phone with Mr. Bro while Lawson and Berthelot are chatting. And Matassa comes back and says, okay, we got you lined up. All you got to do is sign the paper. And by the paper, it was a notice to withdraw from the Division E City Council race. And it's abundantly clear that the job would be arranged only after Mr. Lawson signed that affidavit. Mr. Berthelot said repeatedly that he's a notary, and I can have it notarized, and we can get it up to the state, meaning the Secretary of State's office. And come on with us, Wayne. Come on with us. We care. Like we're your friends, and we're going to support you in 4 years. Okay, you can trust us. So the inducement, they offered him a job. They offered to reimburse him for his $150 qualifying fee. Mr. Berthelot.
That's nice of them. Yeah.
Okay. President Matassa offers to have another parish employee come and make repairs to a food trailer that Mr. Lawson is trying to fix up and get the state to give him all the tags and certification so he can operate a food service truck. A parish employee, I believe, went out to Lawson's place Wednesday afternoon and checked out this trailer. Said there's 4 inducements right there. Berthelot says very clearly, I think it was on, because we got 4 different recordings. This was the first. In one of them, very clearly, Mr. Berthelot tells Lawson, well, if it doesn't work out with the parish, I'm going to hire you for one of my companies in Baton Rouge. Mr. Berthelot has, I believe he says 24 finance companies. He made payday loans at 36% interest. That's how Mr. Berthelot, that's his business. And then Wayne refused. He wouldn't sign that morning. And his excuse was, I got to discuss it with my wife. I have to talk it over with my wife. And maybe we can do something. We'll be back. Maybe I'll be back today. And he really strung him along. And what baffles me is that he was able to do it for 2 more days. And they never saw it coming. I don't understand that. And what is disturbing about that to me is it becomes like patently obvious that something's not right here because Mr. Lawson is asking the same questions over and over and over. And they keep answering them.
Right.
They keep answering.
Well, Wade Petite, our guest, he's with PelicanPostOnline.com, where they broke a story about corruption and bribery, or alleged corruption and bribery over in Ascension Parish involving or going as high as the parish president. Wade, it sounds to me like not only are you flabbergasted over what's going on, but you're also flabbergasted that they're so bad at it.
Well, what is disturbing, I'm a lifelong resident of Ascension Parish, James out, okay? I've caught a lot of flack for being so critical of Parish President Matassa. That criticism does not come lightly. Nobody's monitored parish government more closely than I have over the last 3 years. I started doing this. What I've seen, and I've concluded, I've never had a smoking gun like I do now.
Right.
Okay, I can point to and say, this is it. This is the evidence of corruption in the Ascension Parish. And anybody who listens to the audio recordings that we posted on our site, I think, I'm not going to lie before, but I just urge people to listen to them and draw your own conclusions. And put yourself in the position, if you were the juror and were asked to make the determination of guilty or not guilty, judge for yourself. Just judge for yourself. There's a statute that we included in the piece that I think has been violated. And you can read the law and apply the facts to the law, just like a juror will be asked to do.
Will do. And I apologize. We're kind of running out of time here. We got 45 seconds left with Wade Petite from PelicanPostOnline.com. Wade, have you reached out to Mr. Matassa or Mr. Berthelot for them to respond? Or
well, Mr. Matassa has made it abundantly clear. I send him emails all the time. He never responds.
Okay.
I've been shut out of press releases. The parish doesn't even want to give me press releases anymore.
Okay.
I know Mr. Berthelot was in Florida, and this all happened so fast and so furious.
Sure.
There wasn't an opportunity, and when the hard part of this was not the sting operation. That was the easy part. The hard part was I had so much audio. What do I use? What's more incriminating than that?
Unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to call it. Wade, I apologize. We just ran out of time, man. Thank you so much for the time. It's
The news and information you need in the morning is on AM Baton Rouge with Kevin Gallagher and Bill